Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, please click like and subscribe. I create yoga, movement, meditation videos, and little lifestyle tips to help you get back in touch with yourself. So with that said, let us begin today's practice standing at the top of the mat in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky, palms touch. Exhale, palms in front of your chest. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, press into your fingertips. Exhale, fold over the legs, knees can be slightly bent. Inhale, press into your palms. Exhale, step back into plank position, shoulders over the wrists. We go through Chaturanga Dandasana, feel free to bend the knees. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze them into the rib cage. Then inhale, roll up into upward facing Urdhva Mukha. You can keep the toes curled and knees bent. Curl the tailbone under towards your face, lengthen through the low back, push into your palms, strong arms, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Really press into your palms evenly through all corners of your hands as you pedal out through the feet, lifting your hips really nice and high. Now we start with spinal waves. Inhale, round and then bend the knees. Exhale, lift, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, rounding, shifting into plank, knees bent. Exhale, push sitting bones back, down dog. Inhale again, rounding through the spine, bend the knees. Exhale, push sitting bones back, and then reverse, knees bent, shift forward, and then exhale, down dog. Inhale, knees bent, shift forward. Exhale, push sitting bones up, down dog. And again, inhale, knees bend, shift forward. Exhale, lift sitting bones high, downward facing dog. Very good. Again, pedal out through the feet a bit, strong through the arms, the hands, nice and long through the back. Try not to round your back here. And we prepare. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Feel the stretch through the front of the body, and then bend that right knee, open up through the hip a little bit more. That's it. Feel it on the anterior portion of the hip, and then exhale, shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, right knee taps the right triceps. Inhale, right leg back and up behind you again, open through the hip, re-straighten the leg, and then bend it again. Inhale, and then exhale, shift forward, rounding, right knee taps the triceps. Inhale, back, right leg up, lengthen it, and rebend the knee. Exhale, shift forward, shoulders over wrist, right knee taps the tricep. Really try to hug it in as much as you can. And release, right foot steps back. Inhale, knees come down. Bring the backs of your hands on either side of your knees and push your elbows back to feel the stretch through your wrists and the forearms. So anytime we're pushing into our hands a lot, activating our forearms and wrists, it's nice to give our hands a little bit of a break in this child's pose, pushing into the backs of the hands. And now let's go back onto hands and knees and then lift up into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Nice. Bend that left knee. And slowly you start to shift the weight forward with control. Shoulders over wrists. Left knee taps the left triceps. And then inhale back, left leg up, lengthen through the leg. And then re-bend that left knee. Shift forward as you exhale, shoulders over the wrist, left knee taps the left triceps, really hug it in. And inhale, back up with that left leg, re-lengthening, and then re-bending the knee. Very good. Shift your weight forward and now try to squeeze as hard as you can, and then step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward through plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows as you exhale, hug them in, really strong body here. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Lengthen through the low back as you push into your hands. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, really scoop the tailbone down. and then exhale, downward facing dog, feeling the length through the spine. Once again, release the knees to the floor. We stretch the wrists again, backs of the hands onto the floor on either side of your knees by the body, and then push your elbows back to feel that stretch through the posterior forearm and the back of the hand and the wrist. Breathing here for a few moments, breathing into your back body, and then slowly roll up into a seated position. Very good. Inhale here, sweep the arms up towards the sky, palms touch. Exhale, palms to chest. Inhale, palms back onto the ground on hands and knees, and then exhale, downward facing dog as my dog comes into the picture here. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Again, as you exhale this time, hug it into the chest, really push into the floor to get a little bit more lift and space. So as you exhale, you step your right foot in between your hands. Release the back heel down, coming into the side angle pose. Right knee over the right ankle, right fingertips, and stay on the outside of your right foot. Left arm sweeps overhead. Now, if you want to modify, right forearm can go onto the right thigh instead, but for today, I'll be keeping my right fingertips on the outside of the right foot. Left arm sweeps overhead, frames the face, and then start to make circles with that left arm, finding nice mobility through that left shoulder. And your neck can be in neutral. You can also look down here if it's too much for your neck. And now release your left fingertips down, left heel up. Push into the right foot and then curtsy with that left knee behind the right leg. Come into a curtsy seat, going into a twist. Right fingertips on the outside of that right hip. Left arm grabs that right thigh and hug it in as you open your chest, lengthening up towards the sky, pushing into the right fingertips, and exhale, twist to the right, twist a little deeper. Really press evenly through the sitting bones. So both sitting bones are touching the ground in the seated twist. And the intention is to keep the sitting bones grounded while lifting. Now shift back to center. And now here I challenge you to push into your right foot without using your hands to come up to stand. So energetically, you're pushing the right foot down and going up towards the sky. Okay, so let's try it. Push and step up, no hands. Very good. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of the chest. Inhale, lengthen up towards the sky, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into plank. Shift the weight forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze the elbows in towards the rib cage. Find a strong line of energy from head to toes. And then inhale, roll up into upward facing dog. Push into your palms, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Lengthen through the low back by curling the tailbone under. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. And really slow and controlled, round forward, draw that left knee into the chest, push into the floor, really squeeze that left knee in, and exhale, step the left foot between your hands, release the right heel down, left fingertips stay on the outside of the left foot, and the right arm will sweep up and overhead. That's it. Nice and long through the side body, frame the face, and then circle that right arm around, feeling nice movement through the shoulder girdle on that right side, and keeping your legs nice and strong. Release the right fingertips down onto the ground. Lift the right heel up. And then from here, as you push into the fingertips, we'll go into our curtsy lunge. So curtsy seated twist. Hug that left leg in with your right arm. Push into the left fingertips behind your back. Make sure both sitting bones are grounding, rooting into the earth as you lift your chest up, crown of the head, reaching for the sky. Breathing here, really pushing into the left foot, pushing into the left hand, and then hugging that left knee. Now from here, we return center. And again, I want to challenge you one more time on this side to push down into the left foot and come up to stand without using your hands. So energetically, you're aiming downwards to go up. And voila, here we are. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, palms onto your low back. Press the fingers upwards. Lift the ribs away from your hips. Lift the chest up. And then push the palms into the low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Squeeze the elbows in, going into the standing camel position. Opening up through the chest, lengthening through the low back as you ground down through the feet, engaging through the legs, the glutes, and the abdominals. And then slowly rise up. You can press the thumbs on either side of your spine. There are points that we use in Chinese medicine and in acupuncture to release tension in the low back. And then from there, release back up. Interlace your fingers, palms can touch, squeeze the shoulder blades, and move the arms away from the body. As you exhale, come into chair position, Utkatasana, and exhale, deepen, fold the torso over your legs, reaching the arms further away from the body. Keeping your chest on your thighs while working through the legs. Inhale, rise up, push into your feet, release the clasp of your hands, and then slowly palms to chest. We draw the right knee into the chest. We're standing on the left leg and we're challenging our balance here. I'm also working with the wind element here, so I'm working against wind resistance. If you want to deepen this position, see how I'm falling over today. My balance is a little wonky. See how you feel. You can always hold on to a wall or a chair if you're inside. See if you can straighten that right leg in front of you and then fold over it while holding onto the calf or the ankle and really finding stability through that left leg. The left hip is working really hard to keep you stable here in this fold over the right leg. And then from here, you can either stay with that right leg straight. I'm going to modify today, so I rebend that right knee as I go into a spinal twist. Right arm up and over to the right, holding your right knee with your left palm and really working through that left foot, through that left calf, the thighs, the glutes. And then step the right foot back, release the knee to the floor, uncurl the toes, and go into a pigeon prep stretch. Left knee is bent, left heel close to your pubic bone. Lift up through your chest, push into the floor, curl the toes under or uncurl them as you walk that right leg behind you. Left knee should be wider than your left hip. And then here, finding this nice stretch as you slowly start to fold over your left leg. You can release the forearms onto the floor and rest your forehead on your palms, or simply release the forehead to the ground. You should be feeling this stretch on the left outer hip. And now here, the tendency is for people to drop onto the side of the bent leg. So see if you can even out through your hips and allow yourself to be more stable so you don't shift onto the left hip and the left buttock. Now walk yourself back up, curl the right toes if they're not already, push into the floor and step your left foot back. Now both feet in downward facing dog. Slowly start to walk yourself forward into a forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms to the sky, and then exhale, palms to chest, Tadasana, mountain pose. And now other side, inhale, left knee into the chest, standing nice and tall on that right leg. And then again, if you did it on the other side and you want to deepen this position, start to straighten the left leg and fold over it, holding onto the calf, the ankle, or whatever you can do. And I lost my balance again here. See where you are today in your practice. There's no shame in losing balance. That is what strengthens us and makes us grow. Now here I rebend my left knee. You have the option to stay with your knee straight if you want more of an advanced practice, as I twist open to the left arm behind. And again, you'll feel the strength of the right foot here as you step your left foot back, going into pigeon prep stretch. Bend that right knee, right heel close to the right groin. Right knee is wider than the right hip, so you get a better angle for the stretch on the right hip. Left toes curled or uncurled. Really press through that left leg behind you. Make sure that your hips are even before you fold forward. And now slowly fold forward over the right leg. Feeling the stretch in the right outer hip here. And just releasing any tension in the upper body. Breathing here for a few moments. Feeling really good in this hip stretch. And then slowly start to walk the hands back. Curl the left toes under. Push into the floor. Step into plank and then downward facing dog, pedaling out through your feet. Walk yourself into a seated position. And we're closing with a simple meditation. So cross-legged Sukhasana, rest the backs of your hands on your knees, opening the palms to receive energetic support, balancing the body. And as you're rooting down here, breathing freely, I want you to think about energetically engaging your pelvic floor and lifting it slightly upwards. As you take this breath in, find that connection to the pelvic floor, and then visualize a line of energy connecting your pelvic floor to the top of your head. And this is the central channel that runs up and down from the crown of the head to the pelvic floor, up and down. This is the central channel that in yogic traditions is called the Nadi Shodhana. We also have it in Chinese medicine as well. So it's important to visualize this clear energy traveling up and down this central channel. And around this central channel, we have the Ida and the Pingala, the feminine and the masculine principle that wrap around this central channel. So in a way, we here are working on balancing our feminine and masculine principles within us. Breathing here, just feeling all the tension dissipate. With your spine nice and long. You feel so happy. Bring the palms together. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank yourself for practicing and for showing up for yourself for these 20 minutes out of your day. Shine brightly. Have a beautiful day and see you next time.